please, I'm not resisting. Roll over, dude. No.
From takedowns to shootings, police body cameras are now recording in San Diego County. But are the cameras helping bridge the gap between the public and the officers wearing them?
Plus, caught on camera, Christmas Grinches going around trying to steal holiday spirit, but not all the bad behavior ends on a sour note. But first, there are disturbing new details about an alleged hate crime in Little Italy. The man accused of assaulting and berating 3 women wearing Muslim headscarves must stand trial.
Our 10 News reporter Rena Nakano joins us from Little Italy, where the altercation took place. Rena, his defense attorney claims this wasn't a hate crime at all.
Yeah, that's right, Stephen. Kim, you know, he said that what happened underneath this narrow scaffolding was merely an accident.
The reason why we wear the headscarf is for modesty and privacy.
But Najma Muhammad says on October 6th, her sense of privacy was ripped away after becoming the victim of a hate crime.
He was yelling, "Go back to your country."
San Diego police say that man is 50-year-old Kyle Allen. The altercation happened under this narrow scaffolding along Columbia Street in Little Italy. Muhammad said she and her sisters-in-law, Halima and Sophia, were heading to brunch when she saw Allen walking toward them.
As in the process of moving, that's when he had shoved me with his shoulder with force.
Muhammad says Allen then slapped Halima in the face and yanked Sophia's hijab, or religious headscarf, off her head.
Do you see what the problem is?
I saw the whole thing, and I'll file a report.
Bystanders recorded the aftermath of the chaos. You can see Allen with a cut on his face. He's barefoot and holding one sandal.
This was purely an accident.
Allen's attorney telling the judge the whole thing was just a misunderstanding.
There's no testimony whatsoever that Mr. Allen had some sort of bias toward any of these 3 women, or Islamic women in general, or even women who wear hijabs.
He does admit Allen was heavily intoxicated in the middle of the day and that he has been attending AA meetings since October.
And I'll file a report.
After the attack, San Diego police officers visited Allen in his Little Italy home. They say Allen opened the door holding a gun with a silencer on it. They also found he had 10 firearms stashed inside his apartment. Now, at this point, it is unclear if Allen will be charged for those incidents. However, if he is convicted of the battery and the hate crime charges, that means he'll be facing up to 4 years in prison. Reporting live in Little Italy tonight, I'm Rena Nakano, 10 News.
Rena, thank you. A plastic soda bottle and dangerous chemicals landed 4 Eastlake Middle School students in handcuffs. Investigators say the kids mixed the chemicals in a bottle and then shook it up so it would explode. Chula Vista police called in the bomb squad after the bottle blew up on campus. Police do say that no one was injured and the students weren't trying to hurt anyone. Kids, though, they were arrested for possession of a destructive device that could cause injury and released to their parents. Violent takedowns and officer-involved shootings caught on camera. Body cameras are now in widespread use across San Diego County.
As part of our transparency project, Team 10 investigator Adam Rakusin set out to learn more about body camera policies and what type of impact the cameras are having in the community.
Stop right there and let's talk. Sheriff's Department!
They're some of the most controversial
Okay, I don't want to put hands on you. You're walking away from me. Show your hands.
and impactful moments
Please, I'm not resisting. Roll over, dude. No!
of police officers' interactions with the public.
Hey, they're right here! I didn't do anything! Hey, calm down! Calm down!
Under a new law, many of these once secret recordings
We're done, dude.
are now being released.
Let's go! Get the ground!
Body-worn camera is, in my opinion, it's another piece of evidence to what occurred.
Rob Samuels is the sergeant in charge of video analysis for the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. Under Senate Bill 1421, a law enforcement transparency law, the Sheriff's Department released more than a dozen body-worn camera recordings. The recordings are the end product, capturing moments that could be used in court to prosecute a suspect or sue a department. But to get to that end, departments have laid out policies that guide how and when to use the cameras.
Whenever a deputy is anticipating that they're going to be taking some enforcement action, they should be turning it on.
This is a look at the Sheriff's Department's 5-page policy. It covers everything from training to camera position, when and where to record, and rules for reviewing the video.
Deputies are not required to tell people that they're recording, but sometimes they can if they choose to.
The department equipped more than 1,000 deputies with body-worn cameras.
On average, we see about 60 minutes of recording per camera per day. And at any given time and point, we have about 250 cameras out in the field.
Ashish Kakad is the Chief Information Officer for the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. He says deputies are allowed to review body camera recordings, but only their own. Access is extremely limited.
It's very much a role-based access. What is your role? What are you doing? What is your function? And based on that function, your appropriate access is determined.
Kakad says no deputy has the power to edit or delete video. In the 2 years the body-worn camera program has been up and running, he says the department hasn't deleted any video. The heads of the program believe it's been a good thing, but are cameras really doing anything to bridge the gap between the public and the people they serve?
You won't really ever know what it may have prevented in the way of a complaint.
We wanted to see what's happening in San Diego County, if body cameras changed how law enforcement interacts with the public. Team 10 requested use of force data dating back 5 years from departments across the county. Use of force is the type of response law enforcement uses to make an arrest or protect themselves or someone else. Here's what we found. Oceanside initially saw a big increase in use of force in 2018 when the cameras were deployed. This year, use of force numbers show a giant decrease. In the 3 years since El Cajon deployed body-worn cameras, use of force increased. In San Diego, a 2017 report showed since officers began wearing body cameras, there was a drop in complaints and allegations, fewer instances of high-level force, and de-escalation of some situations. While statistics vary, the Sheriff's Department says the cameras are just another tool.
We still do business like we've always done business. We write accurate reports, and the video that we record on body-worn camera just supports what the deputy writes.
And there are mixed studies on the effectiveness of body cameras in use of force. A 2017 study from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas found police body-worn cameras in Vegas reduced reports of misconduct and use of force. That same year, another study was done by a different group in Washington, D.C. and found that body-worn cameras had no detectable, meaningful effect on documented uses of force. We put what we found on our website. You can check it out yourself. Adam Rakusin, Team 10.
Thank you, Adam. We are just days away from the official start of winter, but it certainly feels like it right now. Jennifer De La Cruz is tracking tonight's cold temperatures out there.
Yes, another cold night ahead, but fortunately not as cold as what we saw the past 2 nights. So a little bit warmer, but overall we're still going to be in the 40s later tonight. Currently already at 59 degrees in downtown San Diego, 51 in Oceanside, 45 for Ramona, 55 right now in El Cajon. Hour by hour, those temperatures will be dropping down to the 40s overnight under clear skies tomorrow morning. Waking up and heading out the door, it will be 53 degrees by 8 a.m., so still going to be pretty chilly for the early morning hours. For the inland valleys, also into the 40s tonight under clear skies. 44 for the valleys at 8 a.m. Heading out for the commute, it will be chilly. Tonight overall, we're looking at 40s again on the coastline and for the inland valleys as well. 30s in our mountains, and our temperatures are warming up for tomorrow, but they won't last long. I'm tracking another round of rain and snow coming up in your 70 forecast.
All right, Jen, thank you. A judge is considering whether to place another sexually violent predator in a home in the rural East County. Neighbors in Jacumba Hot Springs, they have been protesting the release of Thomas Cornwell. They say courts need to stop releasing predators into their community because there are already so many there. Cornwell was convicted and sentenced to 8 years in prison for lewd acts on a child under 14. If released into the East County, Cornwell would be under supervision and would have to wear an ankle monitor. Neighbors say that is little consolation.
The city of Encinitas just banned the use of single-use plastic straws and utensils. The city has been working to phase out single-use plastic since 2016 when it banned styrofoam. And right now, restaurants can only give out plastic straws and utensils if a customer specifically asks for them. And next year, the city will stop giving them out entirely at public events. The city is also exploring a ban on plastic cups.
Neighbors are stepping in to help a South Bay family after a fire destroyed their home this morning. They say the fire started in a generator in the backyard, then it quickly spread to the house. The father woke up and helped everyone in his family, including the pets, get out safely. Neighbors watched, though, as flames and smoke billowed from the home.
I felt like I should be helping them, you know. but it's kind of hard because the fire was so fast and they grow too quick.
Neighbors say the family frequently volunteers at the VFW in Imperial Beach. Members are now collecting donations for them. You can find details on 10news.com.